So it's been a minute. I have tried to make a video yapping. I have yapped so much to this camera and not posted it. So what's special about this time? I don't know. I might not post this one. We'll see. But just kind of wanted to walk through what the past year of my life has looked like. And hopefully my kind of mental health journey can help somebody, because I needed some help. It took me a while to admit that, but I definitely needed some help during my lowest moments. And maybe this can provide somebody with that kind of assistance, because you really can't do it alone. I mean, I'll just go right into it. This past year has probably been one of the lowest in my recent years. I won't trauma dump, but I had multiple suicidal behaviors that popped up. Engaged some very unhealthy coping mechanisms, and just kind of let very important parts of my life get sidetracked. And it really was the result of just this like hopeless sinking feeling that I didn't know where I was going, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't think there was any options for me. I truly believed that there was no chance I could be happy, and that I was just continuing for the people around me, because, even at my lowest, I realized it would be a mistake to commit to the actions that I wanted to commit to. And for a long time, I was really stuck. I was really stuck on this idea that I would never be happy. If you don't know, I got major depressive disorder, general anxiety disorder, I think. And those kind of wombo combo, like they do to a lot of people. And the more you grow into these disorders, I think the more you can become cynical towards them, the more you can approach them from different ways. You can try being healthier, you can try being more social, you can try being more engaged in your studies or whatever your passions are, and it won't be fixed. At the end of the day, you will still be staring into the ceiling with the worst possible thoughts in your head. And I lived like that for a really long time. So of course, when I dealt with these feelings, I resulted in these dangerous and unhealthy behaviors, because at that point, what did it matter? I wasn't continuing for myself. I wasn't continuing for any reason other than to continue. So whatever method I had to get through that, I did. And so when push came to shove and parts of my life really started adding those stressors and those difficult times on me, I fell apart. And I think recently, I've been able to separate myself from those, at least partially those feelings, but mainly those behaviors. And it really came to me after the most recent breakdown. I realized things had to change, or I was never gonna live the life I wanted to live. I think even at our lowest points, we still have an idea of an ideal life. We still have a life that if we imagine we wouldn't be in this position and we wouldn't feel like how we do. And I realized to get to that position, I had to be kinder to myself and understand that I live with these conditions and not resent that, but acknowledge it. And at the same time, acknowledge that the only way to get better is to move forward. And it's to move forward with purpose. It's not moving forward for the sake of moving forward. It's moving forward because you know you want to. And I think in the depths of these, trying to find a word to that, like, I don't want to say depths of depression because it's not just that. I think if you know what I'm talking about, you know it's a lot. It's more layered than that. But in the depths of these challenges, it's easy to lose track of that. It's easy to lose sight of that and just think that there really is nothing to hold on to anymore. And it's not like I wasn't living some chud lifestyle. I was engaging socially, physically, academically. No, it may not have been firing on all cylinders on all fronts, but I was out there. I was getting active. But that's not to say that even if you aren't, then that means that you can't achieve, peace of mind. I think what I'm trying to say with that is that it's at when you're in it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what surrounds you because all you can see is 3 feet ahead of you, and 3 feet ahead of you looks really bleak. And the only way I managed to break that cycle that I was just spiraling in was realizing that the expectations put on me by myself and by other people and like society don't matter. If you talk to anybody in the real world, like anybody accomplished, it's not linear. It's not they did this really well and then they did this really well and then they did this really well. And while some people are just so locked in from a young age and they understand what they want to do and they chase after it, that's not everybody. And it developing into the type of adult you want to be, I think is coming to terms with, one, you don't know what the hell you want to be. I think that was really messing me up for a long time. I still don't know. And that kind of indecisiveness was driving me crazy because I wanted to put my all into something and there was just nothing to put my all into because I didn't know. But it's just that realization that it doesn't have to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen tomorrow. And it's only going to happen in your pacing. I think there's a lot of rat races we can get ourselves caught up into with social media. And if you're in a competitive career field or just acknowledging the peers around you and looking at yourself, it's easy to look at your weaknesses and just beat the shit out of yourself for it. You can look at yourself and see where you don't meet the standards of the people around you. And it's soul crushing because it comes when you're trying your hardest, It comes when you are putting your all into this. You want to get better and you realize you're not better than this person or you're not where you want to be yet. And all it takes is those kind of thoughts for you to respiral and just forget who you are and where you want to go. And so I'm losing my track of thought. I think realizing that it's okay. It truly is okay. I think that's been a very difficult lesson for me to learn, is that perfection is not the goal. accomplishment is not the goal. Because I think a lot of accomplishments and a lot of goals can seem like pointless or a waste of time once you finally accomplish them. And I just kept, I kept accomplishing goals, and I kept being like, okay, well, that didn't solve anything. I'm not better. I'm still miserable. I shouldn't be, but I am. And I was denying myself the happiness and pleasure that I had earned by working hard because I was not the best, or I wasn't perfect, and I wasn't where I wanted to be. And I think it's realizing that no effort is wasted effort is where this validation can kind of be given back to you instead of you just taking it away from yourself. Realizing that as long as you are getting up and you are trying and you are putting your heart and soul into just something that day, you are looking at the day and you are trying to prove that you lived that day. You were trying to prove in some way that you were here and that you had an effect on your surroundings. Matters a million times more than an arbitrary goal or accomplishment you decided a month ago. Because genuinely, half the goals you're going to make are kind of fucking stupid. They're going to seem great when you start it out, and then you get there, and it's like, wow, I didn't realize that actually didn't matter at all. And so I think it's realizing that it's not about some achievement. No achievement is going to make your life feel whole. No achievement is going to take away the mental issues you have, and that's okay, because it's not about that. It's about taking it day by day and realizing and being so grateful that you're still here, because you don't have to be. There are decisions I was very close to making that would have made it so I wasn't here. And I think it's putting it into that perspective and just allowing yourself to feel that pride and feel that love that you have inside of you, that you've just been denying yourself because you didn't think you deserved it. You didn't think it was worth it. You thought you had to meet this expectation put onto you by yourself or some other external force before you were able to feel that, and that's not viable. You can't continue like that, and you're not going to be able to brute force it, and that's just the reality. And it's kind of a tough pill to swallow, that sometimes your goals are just stupid and pointless, and what you thought would heal you isn't going to heal you, and what you thought would increase your ability to find happiness in your life doesn't. It's because it all is just within you already, and no amount of progress is going to take it away or give it to you. I don't know if this makes sense. I just kind of yapped, but I haven't said anything for a while, and I've really struggled, and I think I'm finally coming out the other side of the rain, and I'm seeing the rainbow. I'm seeing that the rain doesn't make the rainbow worth it. The rainbow is just worth it by itself. You don't have to justify your struggles. You don't have to justify anything in your life, because waking up another day is enough of a justification. So that's where I'm at. I would love to see if other people deal with these issues and what kind of mind fucks they've had to figure out to not let it hinder them, and continue going and live a fulfilling life. Who knows if this philosophy works out? 3 months later, I might be going in the exact opposite direction, but it's just what's been helping me out recently. And I hope hope this reaches somebody who needs it, like I needed to hear some of this stuff a while ago.